Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Cleveland, Ohio, I give you BVO.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weeping and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO. Bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.
Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy BVO Boxing. It's your boy BVO Boxing. Tell the world, man, the BVO Boxing is back, representing the mighty, mighty JBT. So when you hear anybody, man, tell everybody across the world, BVO Boxing is back. We back. We back. They said we couldn't do it, but we back. I mean, I want to give a big shout out to my OG, my partner in crime, aka Juicy J, my man, Crush the Legend. Of course, my right hand man in the house, aka Curly Top,
Yeah.
prize fighter, and my Puerto Rican brother, man, D Free, man, the great debater himself. So we got a big show today, big show today. I'm hoping our guest comes through. We got a big guest as well. But we seen the press conference. I'm gonna ask you guys, I'm gonna start off any order you want. Who won today's press conference, brothers?
Well, I'm gonna let the brothers go first because actually I'm still watching the replay now, so y'all got it first. Go ahead, D Free.
Um, if I had to pick, because it wasn't really a back and forth type situation. Tank Davis wasn't really into it like that. Maybe because it's the first press conference, as it get closer to the fight, maybe it'd be a little more energy. But if I had to pick, I would Tank Davis won the press conference because he made Lamar Roach admit that Tank Davis beat him, even though we already knew that he beat him in the amateurs. But he made Lamar Roach admit that he beat him in the amateurs. And Lamar Roach, he really didn't have nothing to go on, and he was just saying it's going to be an action packed show. Um, if I had to give it to anybody, I'd give it to Tank.
I mean, the interview to me was just kind of strange because it don't. I mean, Tank seemed like he was a little under the weather to me. Um, he threw me off by that retirement stuff, and yeah, I don't think he won anything. It was very bland. Lamont Roach, he's very well spoken. He took over he took over the press conference. He spoke when he wanted to. But other than that, I don't think it was really. You couldn't really get much substance from it because Tank was so bland. But I felt like he was. I felt like he was under the weather. His eyes looked a little like how like when you're not feeling well, you sick. You know what I mean? You got that look on your face. You know what I'm saying? That's what it looked like to me. It looked like he was under the weather. So I could be wrong though. You know what I mean? I could be wrong.
I think from real quick from what I've seen so far, and I'm halfway through the main part. Um, I didn't see too much energy. It's the very first one. So, and then I mean, once we get into like January, February, we should see things heat up as they, continue their tour. So I wasn't even looking for neither one of these guys to give us that last one. So I wasn't looking for that. But one thing I do learn, Lamont well spoken, seems confident, but he seems respectfully worried too. At the same time, listen to what I just said. Respectfully worry people because you're not going to twist the OG words up. I'll put you on punishment. We don't do that over here. Um, Tank didn't look like he was under the weather. He looked like he'd been training, and just looked like right now, why waste too much energy? Trust me, when this fight gets closer, both of these young gentlemen is going to have more to say, but they both look confident. And you heard what Tank said. You better bob and weave. So sounding like that and smiling don't look like he feel like he under the weather because he was saying it so smoothly. Hey, bob and weave, bob and weave. So they up for it, but you don't want to see these guys, blow it over the top at the very first one. Is still like a stretch. Go ahead, BBO.
I definitely would agree. I think the press conference was good. Tank Davis, as always, was just being his usual self, picking his spots, choosing when to speak, and he always plays this. I want to call it like a villain role where he likes to only start talking once one of the entourage guys say something. And I thought, overall, I hate to say it, it's another. It's going to be another easy night at the office because when he told Lamont, "You going to bed in the ninth," you see his whole face and energy change. He said, "You going to sleep in the ninth," and it went from all laughs and jokes. If you think for 1 second, Lamont froze, and when I seen that, I said, "He got him. He got him. He got him." I don't know if y'all seen that, but salute to my brother Bruce Gas, salute to Ace. When I seen Tank Davis say, "I got you in the ninth," and you seen Lamont say the ninth, you sure it ain't the other way around? You could see like, oh, Tank got these guys scared to death. I gotta give it to Little Red. He got these brothers scared to death of him. And it's almost Mike Tyson. Like, I mean, when he said it very casually. What they say, Tank, you got a prediction on this? The ninth. And if you guys think about it, Lamont had on some goofy looking hat and was like,
Yeah,
What
the
I
what was
think
that?
ninth.
That was weird.
You could just see it. You could just see his whole. I don't know. I don't want to say the energy left his body, but Puerto Rican free. I'm sure you've seen it. It just lets you know that I hate to admit this, but Tank got these guys shook. Um, the retirement talk, that's all BS. That's what Tank always does. He gives you a lot of BS on stuff like that because he's not about to do nothing.
He seemed genuinely tired to me. He seemed like he's genuinely like over it. You know what I mean? He made a ton of money. You know, he can get it. He can buy anything he wants. So why not? I mean, these ain't none of these boys trying to fight each other anyway. So what difference does it make if he retires
Uh,
or not?
I think I got a reason why he said what he said. I don't know if y'all saw what I saw, but I
Mm-hmm.
saw the interview from Steven Espinoza. And Steven Espinoza said they gave Shakur an offer for a
Mm-hmm.
one fight deal with Tank Davis. Shakur won a multi-fight deal. And they was like, nah, we just want to give you Tank Davis. One fight, Tank Davis.
Mm-hmm.
And he turned it down. So when everybody said there was no offer, there was an
Mm-hmm.
offer for Tank Davis. Everybody said, oh, Shakur shouldn't sign with PBC if he can't guarantee that he's going to get a Tank Davis. It was a one-fight deal for Tank Davis. Shakur ducked him.
That's what
So I
Steven
think
Espinoza
Tank
said.
Davis just tired. He said, all these guys that y'all said it was going to beat me, these guys really don't want it. And I'm done. There's nobody left for me to fight. I think that's the reason why he said, I'm done after 2025.
I can believe that because we did hear Jay Prince say that that Tank and them reached out. Jay Prince, who's the head of Jay Prince Boxing, who has the stable of Big Baby Anderson, Abdullah Mason, Ishmael Mason. He confirmed that some months back that they were offered. The thing is this. I mean, it tonight's press conference for me, it was pretty enlightening. I've been a strong critic of Tank Davis, to my man Mark Garner, but you know what? After what I seen tonight, I gotta say, you know what, man, I was wrong. I was wrong. They scared to death of this little guy. I don't know what he done. I don't know who he beat up, but I mean, they scared to death of this little dude because I'm looking at him like, man, I would break his mouth. That little bitty dude,
No, you
I
wouldn't.
hurt him.
No, you
But
wouldn't.
I'm talking about in the athletic sense. In the athletics, I'm going back to athlete mode. I would think if I seen a little guy like that, it's almost let me put my weapon down and beat his light skinned butt. But I don't really see that. I just don't know. I'll be honest with you guys. Like this fight suited my man K Savoy, man. The
What is
body
that
captain.
audio? Who's got audio? Is that my audio?
Everybody it might be Crush or somebody, but everybody mute up when we all talking. Um, I'll just say this, and you know what, Free? I hate to say it. Your Puerto Rican tail was right again, bro. I think they scared of this dude. I hate to admit the Puerto Rican. He might, he got that goofy smile on. Hey, yo, the Puerto Rican was right. I think they're scared to death of him. I don't. That really showed me something tonight, man. Lamont froze when he said the knife. Not I see you. Yeah, I see that. It was immediately like the knife, and then he said, oh. Then he had to remember he's at a press conference. Then he said, oh, blah 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 blah. But dude, you froze when the man said the knife. I mean,
Yes.
it just I don't know, Crush. That for me, Crush, that was hard to see, bro. That
Yeah,
was
even
hard to see.
even Tank seen it, and Tank wasn't even looking at him. You say, look, he was scared. Y'all see, he was scared for a second. He was scared.
They scared of him.
Listen.
I didn't even. Now, I
I've
don't
been
talk
saying
about
the
this.
same thing.
Go ahead.
I've been saying it too, like D Free. I've been
Mhm.
one of the biggest mouths that been saying it for the longest. And me and D Free said this a couple years ago. We ain't just been on this. I try to tell y'all, but y'all call me the hater and all the things that y'all. And I got to prove to y'all I'm cut different from y'all. I'm different. Y'all just started this, man. Y'all really just started getting into the sport. I noticed, listen to a lot of these guys, they just really started studying the sport. But here's the thing. That's why I say I don't say too much. I let these fighters and the actions speak for themselves. Because my whole thing is everybody got a plan until they get punched in the mouth or to the fear of getting punched in the mouth. And the thing is, ever since he got away from Floyd, and he been dead serious since then. But everybody's hating on him, saying he ain't did this and did that. See, here's the thing. Every time when people say what a person ain't doing, a lot of times it's the other way around. But look at everybody else that was supposed to have been doing something that he's afraid of. And I've been saying, man, he ain't scared of none of these dudes. He'd beat all these dudes behind. I've been said that. Now look, they don't want it. They falling apart. Other things that happen when they bouncing back. All these, I'm not gonna do too much talking for these fighters like y'all do. I just say what I
I
say,
gotta, I gotta say this,
and I
Craig.
let it keep to this stuff, man.
And you know what, man? We laugh, we joke, about the Superman man, Mike Garner. But we laugh, we joke. But dude, if y'all seen his face said it all that he didn't want it. And Lamar Roach has always been a confident fighter. I mean, when he beat Hector Garcia, he cried like a newborn. I thought he was Chinese. He was crying so hard. But the way he beat him up, and then for him to come back when Tank said a knife and see his whole face change, I said, you know what? I don't support this guy Lopez no more. But that's the only guy I've seen that really wanted some. Um, and I hate that coward is at 140 because I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Other than Devin Haney and probably Lopez, there's nobody that want that smoke with Little Red, bro. Nobody want that smoke with Little Red but those two. I'm gonna just be honest with you, man.
Dev don't want it either.
If I
Dev
if
don't want it either.
the way I'm telling you guys, I seen a world class fighter freeze. He froze. He's coming off his bet. Hector Garcia. People forget Hector Garcia beat Chris Colbert, who to me was a belt holder. Shout out to Brooklyn. That's my dog. I still love Chris Colbert. East New York nigga. Shout out to him. That's my brother in Christ. So I mean, Cypress Hill Projects. I just think that, man. I don't know about y'all. Shout out to Big Dre. It just really hurt my stomach. You ever been on a roller coaster and your stomach hurt? When I seen that face he made to Tank, it just was like, Jesus, man, it's over. It's over. It's over. There's not a guy at 135 that's gonna fight him. Shakur already said once he fights Kid Austin, and most likely Kid Austin's gonna beat him. That's what we hoping for. He said his next fight is Zepeda. So, bro, he's not fighting. He's not fighting Tank, man. So, hey, shout out to the Puerto Rican. Shout out to my OG Crush, man. Both of these goofballs were right. These dudes are scared. They're scared to death of Tank. Hey,
But we
BBO
gonna
was not
take that
opposed to saying
compliment.
he was wrong. I was wrong. They scared to death of him.
We gonna take that
Case the
compliment.
boy
We gonna
said
be
you done kicked
goofballs
your
with that.
son out the house.
He said BBO. He said
We gonna be
dang BBO. You kicked
goofballs,
your son out
man.
the house. Hey, he said
Shout out
Mm-hmm.
Case
BBO.
the boy.
Your sorry Cleveland
Damn
Browns
it, man.
lose the
What's
game
happening,
last
Damon,
night.
man?
Hey, anytime you throw two pick sixes and then you throw an interception on a two,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
bro,
But like
that's
again, Jameson is gonna throw you 40 touchdowns and 38 interceptions.
hey,
He's going to balance the percentage out very
And he gonna
hey,
put up
evenly.
if
like
Yeah.
and he gonna put up like 50 something hundred yards, but he gonna throw like 38 picks. That's just what he do.
I never
Right.
seen that in my life where a guy throw for almost 500 yards, 4 touchdowns,
Four
then throw for three
touchdowns.
interceptions. And the part that
Yeah,
got me, he throw a pick on the two, on the dog on two. Now I
Well,
couldn't
Tom
imagine
Brady did it.
that. With that. Now I've been in those rooms
Tom
where
didn't do it.
say it
Who?
again.
That was Russell
I
Wilson that
mean,
threw that pick.
Russell Wilson threw it. He
Yeah,
lost to
Russell
Tom
Wilson
Brady.
I'm
lost in
just
the
saying
Super
I'm
Bowl.
just saying that I couldn't imagine what that coach said. They don't coach the quarterback position very hard. I'm gonna be honest with you, they don't. But then when he got the best sound bites in the world. The man said, "I'm praying that God deliver me from pick sixes."
Damn.
I mean, my God. That's all I can say to that. We moving on from that. We got to get out of football. My Browns are trash.
Trash
Shout out to
truck
Bo
juice.
Nix. I think Bo Nix is going to finish second to the boy Jalen for Rookie of the Year. Man, Bo Nix is
Case,
having a heck of a year.
case of
Um,
crazy.
but back to boxing, man. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something that really got me with this. You know, we got guys. You know, of course, a good friend of mine. I'm not gonna stray from it. It's a good friend of mine, buddy of mine. Rock with me. He rocked with BVO before we did anything. Shout out to manager Marty. He came out with a rumor that I guess Tank's not gonna be working with Calvin Ford. Hey, I don't see the man beefing with his daddy. I'm gonna just be honest with you, bro. If a brother raised me as his son, we always locked in, dog. So I ain't trying to hear that. You can say what you want about anybody else, but we got pictures of Calvin Ford treating Tank like a son. I mean, only person I'm bringing to work, my work is my child. I ain't bringing nobody, just anybody to work. Am I wrong? If I'm bringing my child to work, that's it.
Right.
Tank Davis always worked with other people. Calvin Ford will be in Tank Davis' corner come fight night. He will be in his corner.
Yep.
He always worked with other people. This ain't the first time that Tank Davis worked with another trainer. He
Mhm.
always does. It just
Yep.
the people want to make a big deal about it. Oh, Tank Davis ain't working with Calvin Ford. We just heard Calvin Ford on the Rise podcast the other night. I'm always around. I'm always around. I do other stuff, but I'm always around. Tank Davis, no, like I said, people they try to find stuff to talk about because they don't have nothing to talk about.
Mhm.
Tank Davis is still working with Calvin Ford. I didn't hear Calvin Ford say he's not working with Tank Davis. I didn't hear Tank Davis say I'm not working with Calvin Ford. So because Tank Davis had somebody on the stage today, that means he's not working with Linda Ellaby no more. No,
I don't know. I can't verify this, but from a source that I've told, Leonard Bellaby is the CEO of Javante Davis Productions. So I don't
Linda
think.
Ellaby said it himself at the
No,
I'm about
last
to
fight.
say Leonard said it.
I'm just confirming that for the people that
Yeah,
Leonard
yeah.
Ellaby is the CEO of Javante Davis Productions. So even if you don't see him, Leonard Ellaby has his hands all over this. I mean, it looks like a Leonard Ellaby promotion. I don't care what nobody says. Hold on one second. Uh, hold on one second. Hey, y'all keep rocking. I'm trying to get coach in
Yeah.
here.
No,
Um,
I just brought that up because you don't see somebody around. I mean, we didn't see Kenny Ellis there. That doesn't mean he ain't working with Kenny Ellis no more.
Right.
Matter of fact, you didn't see no trainer
What
there.
now? Who said that he wasn't going to be BBO said he
Manager
heard it from
Marty.
where?
BBO said
Oh, Marty.
manager Marty said that.
I don't know. I didn't hear Marty say that. If BVO heard him say that, then that's fine. I'll take his word. But
I don't know. I don't know if he said it or
But
he
I
didn't
seen
say
a
it.
notification about it. I seen a note, but I didn't jump into it. Some a lot of stuff I don't even bother to even entertain myself with when I see certain things about boxing. I don't, especially when it's a lot of nut stuff. I mean, I don't. Even
maybe
with a
he
lot of
just
the sources I
I
get. I don't do
I
that.
learned a long time ago when it comes to Tank Davis, you don't assume anything. You
none.
don't assume
Yeah,
anything
don't.
when it comes to Tank Davis.
Oh,
Because you never know what Tank Davis is thinking. You never know what he's going to do until he does it.
yeah,
You don't know.
because you didn't heard Calvin and Tank's team say one thing, and it'd be a whole nother other thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I
like be
mean,
free.
we didn't heard Tank Davis and Floyd Mayweather was beefing for years, and they beef and they always seem to make up right at fight night.
Yep.
So I mean, it is what it is. If they had a misunderstanding, they had a misunderstanding. That doesn't mean that he's not working with Calvin Ford.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that whatever it is it'll be fine. I don't remember seeing Calvin at the press conference.
You didn't see nobody at the press conference.
Right.
None of
Yeah.
his
Nobody
fingers
was there.
good.
Yeah. True indeed. It was just the fighters up there.
Yeah, it was just a fight. There was nobody out there.
Yeah. Now that I come to think about it, that's a good point.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
people
Lamont,
be
No,
jumping.
Lamont Roach Senior was there. Lamont Roach Senior was
Okay,
there.
of course that was his father. Of course he was there.
No, he's a
That's his
trainer.
father.
He's a trainer as well. He's
Yeah,
a
but
trainer.
I'm saying that's his son. Of course he's gonna be there.
Um,
I mean, not only is that his son, but he's the trainer of his son. But he's definitely gonna be there. That's his son.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd been there regardless too if it was my kids. So I ain't mad at them. I ain't mad at none of the father son combinations. You know, I think the brothers are doing a good job with their sons. especially the brothers. I'm talking about the brothers. Shout out to them. They doing a good job with their sons. To me, all of them. I'm not gonna bash none of them. I know they
But
be getting on. I know they be getting on y'all nerves though.
He said 6ix9ine was the only one from Tank's team there.
Who?
6ix9ine, his
6'9".
bodyguard. His
Oh,
bodyguard.
the bodyguard.
Yeah. Well, if y'all know, like, what people fail to realize. Now, look at his team. They very
Okay,
busy.
hold on 1 second. So I'm trying to bring my man up. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, cool. Go ahead.
All right. No, y'all keep cooking. Y'all keep cooking.
All
I
right,
see him
cool.
in the
If,
chat.
if,
I
if
see
you
him in the
notice
chat.
that, look at his team, everybody. Look at his team. He got an awesome cast of trainers, and they're very busy also. You
Yo,
know,
coach,
they
hold
very
on one
big.
second. Hold on 1 second, Crush. Coach, hit that link where it says StreamYard, and I can bring you up that way. That might be a little easier.
You know, so they have a lot of things going on too, and they ain't trying to be, seen in the limelight all the time. You know, sometimes it's about the fighters. So you don't have to be there every single. We shouldn't expect them to be there every single press conference and everything, because you gotta let these fighters be fighters. Give them their space. You know what I'm saying? And his team, they play their part, and then they got other things. They one of the busiest teams in the sport of boxing, because they got so much going on. They got a hot podcast. They, just like other trainers, like with Bomac and them, they training a whole lot of fighters. They got a whole bunch of future champions coming up and things like that. So they just ain't guys who's training. He is training. They got a lot of things going on too. So they just as busy, just like
Yeah.
he is. So we can't expect that all the time. And sometimes I like to see that. Just, let these fighters hang loose and everything. But when it's time for the corner to be there, they gonna be there. People don't worry so much. I know the world has everybody on the edge of their feet, but goddamn, go on. We ain't gotta be on the edge of panic like the Public Enemy song now. Relax, people. But this sport has been looking crazy, so I can understand too. So we got that mindset, expecting the unexpected and always expecting goofy stuff and bad stuff. So I get that too, both sides. So I agree with that, man. I can see
Yeah.
everybody's point.
Yeah, GP. He said the fathers are the ones that's stepping up doing the promoting, because sometimes the kids don't act like they know how to do it. You know what I mean? So some of the dads are doing it. Some of them can't talk. I ain't saying like they stupid or nothing like that's not what I mean. I'm saying they don't know how to talk trash. You know what I'm saying? Like I was shocked how that guy when Devin Haney fought Regis, how that trainer, I never even heard that man one time. He came
He
out of nowhere.
he was a strength and condition coach.
He came out of nowhere and he was a savage. He made me want to watch that fight even more. You know what I mean? That guy. What's his name? I forgot his name. Shout out to the strength and condition dude.
I forgot his name too, but that's a
Yeah.
strength and condition coach.
So when the pops get up here popping they ish, because I was one of them like that when my son was playing basketball, and I know that I came on here and I know I was gonna have the biggest kid on both teams. I was talking my ish too before the game. Oh, they was talk they stuff, and I would say myself, yeah, all right, wait till all right. You ain't see my son. I wouldn't let them see him until it was time to warm up. Then when they see him, they all staring at him. They like, oh my God. You know what I mean? So I was talking my ish to the coaches, like I'm telling y'all. So I get it. I get it. I ain't mad at the pops. Now I respect them brothers for taking their sons, doing what they got to do, getting rich, getting belts, doing everything. I hope all of them be rich.
They will.
Yeah.
They thriving, man. So it's good to see how people doing their thing, man.
Love to see
Make
my
y'all
people do
money.
rich.
Yeah, make y'all money, man. Even though they give us a headache sometimes with some of the things they say, as long as they make any money, we love to see these young Black Americans actually doing it as a profession. They could be on the street. Half of them will be in the streets. You know what I mean? And
Right.
half of them, wind up making a decision to get out the streets, which is hard for a lot of those guys to make at their ages. You know what I'm saying? Because, the average 16, 15, whatever, they lost in the sauce and they locked in with the goofy stuff. And these guys, they got that will in them to say, well, I'm going to listen to what people is telling me what's best for me. And then I know what's good for me. I ain't going to take my talent for granted. No, I'm going to waste it. I'm going to put it to use. So instead of, being out there, getting into shootouts, drilling, fighting, going to jail, man, I'd rather fight
Prize fighting,
and get
baby.
paid. Yeah, pride. I never
You
fight.
prize fighting at 21, 22, 23. Get your money. And I'd rather for my son to be prize fighting than be on the block in one of them blocks in South Philly. And I love
Exactly.
South Philly, but I'm just
We
saying.
got Senior in the building. What's up, Senior? How you doing, sir?
What up, y'all?
Senior,
How y'all
What's
doing?
going on, man? How you feeling?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. How y'all doing?
Good. You
All
Hey,
right.
already
we
get
good,
over
man.
there,
We
man.
good. We good, man.
Man, I
Talk to us,
downloaded
Senior.
app.
What's going on?
Everything is great. Everything amazing. Getting ready for the Shakur fight. That's
How you
about
feel
it.
about that?
I feel confident. I feel great. We loving it.
Good. I'm gonna ask you one question. I'm gonna pass it around to the family.
Right.
You say you feeling confident. Now,
Yeah.
where's from the level 1 to 10 right now? Where's your confidence at? Because I'm pretty
10.
sure it'll move up if it's not at 10 already.
10.
Dang. Well, I'm gonna pass the mic and I'll come back around and answer another question on top of that. But I'm
Right.
gonna pass it around. Go ahead, D3.
I just want to say congratulations from getting the fight. You know, I think that's big for your young boy to be getting the fight at that age. I say let him go, and y'all sound confident. Everything's a go. Let's get it.
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
So
Um,
so let me ask you this real quick, coach. Let me ask you this, man. So how did you get your start in boxing, man?
My father was a professional fighter. I was supposed to be a fighter too, but I couldn't stay disciplined. So this Floyd is just a third generation fighter.
Oh, so you're a junior.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
that's right. Yeah.
I told you that. I
What
told you that.
okay.
what weight class
And
was you before? Was it middleweight?
Say that again.
What weight class was it? Middleweight?
My father,
That's your father
he
before.
went through a couple of divisions. He wasn't no good. He couldn't stay focused his own ass, but he went through a bunch of divisions. But
Okay.
he the one who got us on that path to boxing before he broke out.
Okay. Got you.
so
Got
speaking
you.
of speaking of boxing, when you one thing I've actually heard a lot of good things about you, man. One thing I heard that you're one of the nicest guys out there, man. So where did that good heart come from? Was it from your mother, your father? Who gave you that?
I don't know. My mom put me in the shelter when I was 14, so I was on my own since I was a
Okay.
kid. So just learn because people helped me along the way. So you learn to help people back. That's how you create good karma.
Yeah, and speaking of that, so I heard you Dominican, man. Is that true?
Yeah, yeah. I'm part Dominican. My mother's part Dominican. And
Yeah.
Floyd embraced that side of his blood because when my mother was dying,
Mhm.
she told him to always embrace your people. They would take care of you. So he's gonna always honor the Dominican people and the Dominican flag because that's honoring his grandmother.
For sure, for
Shout
sure,
out to you.
for sure. So speak. Only reason I say that, my wife is Dominican, so I already know how that goes, man.
That's a
So
good
Well,
thing. You
is
got a
Espen
good
and yo
woman,
pretty good?
well,
huh?
BVO is
Hold
Mexican
on one
anyway,
second,
my
Crush.
brother.
Is your Espen yo pretty
Yeah.
good?
Nah, my sisters are mine. I was in the shelter. I was in around that side of my family.
Okay.
Right. So when you talk about growing up in a shelter, man, how did that feel to be able to come from a shelter to where you are now, man, on the biggest stage in the world as far as boxing? How do you feel about that now?
Oh, it's great. I mean, I've been seeing it happening already though. So it's just like everybody's seen it. What I've been saying, I done seen this 19 years ago when I started this journey with Floyd.
Hmm.
Um, to me, it's just another day at work because all we do is make the money to help the other people that's homeless and need help. So it's just another day. So to us,
So
it's
is
Let
it?
me ask
exciting.
you.
Hold on one
Let
second,
me,
Carl. I'm gonna bring you in, Crush. Hold
yeah.
on one second. I'm gonna bring you in, Crush. And the reason I say that is because when you get to where you are now, especially coming from the shelter, I'm sure that you felt that hopelessness that some of us feel when we trying to make it. And I guess I'm trying to get a better idea of
Right.
what would you say to that young man or young woman who's coming up thinking the odds are against them? What's something that kept you going?
Um, I guess the life lessons kept me going, realizing that none of this shit is real. It's all illusion. Everything starts in your mind, and you create it to this physical realm that we all gods having a human experience. Once I learned that part of it and started manifesting, then there wasn't nothing to worry about. What's there to worry about? And I like going out. Like we help a lot. We do a Salvation Army thing every year to help women and kids in the shelter. So it's like it's good to go to these places and really be able to be hands on helping the people more than anything. Because we all got to help each other. We all in the same boat at the end of
Yeah.
the day.
Yeah, because I always hear, like, whenever I hear your son speak, man, it sounds like he's not materialistic, and that starts at home. So being
Right.
able to do that to bring a young man up, and he's not materialistic, hey, that's a testament to you, man, and his mother, man, because that's great to see, bro. That's great to see,
Thank you.
man. It's usually always about money, money. This is the money, blah blah blah. But I think I heard him say one time he wouldn't mind donating half his purse. I thought he was joking, but it looked like he was pretty serious.
Yeah, he was serious because we're gonna do that anyway. Um, we help a lot of people. It's a lot of kids out here hungry. A lot of mothers out here that can't supply for themselves. A lot of men that's not getting opportunities because the system ain't set up for a black man. Because Floyd didn't have a mother. I raised him. I had him
Okay.
since he was 2. So we went from homeless to doing this. So it's like, it's just a different view. It ain't about money when you see people helping. When you're on a homeless level, you just got people, good people helping each other. It ain't about no money. It's just about getting
Mhm.
through the day together. So that's what he's from, watching people build together.
So speaking of that, I want to ask you this, man. When he was in the amateurs, how was that process? Because I know when you in the amateurs, they spending a lot of money.
Mhm.
How was that working and still being able to put your son through these expensive amateur, trials? Because to get to where you guys are, you got to spend a hell of a lot of money. People don't even realize that before you even get the opportunity. How are you able to do that?
Yeah, it's a lot of side jobs you got to get. You got to go outside on the highway and shadow box with a can, with like a bucket of can to get donations. You got to do barbecues or cook plates, and you got to do a lot of things. And then I ran into a lot of good people that just donated. Like it was just amazing. You run into good people.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring my brother Crush. I know he got a couple questions, man. He's the angriest man on YouTube, so
All
bear with him, man.
right, it's all good.
Go ahead, go ahead, Crush.
Hey, don't pay my brother no mind. He went beyond there, but they call me the grumpy OG man. But going back to you being going into a shelter at 14, and me being 14, I didn't have to experience that, but I was around people that experienced that, and I knew what that took their mindset and what they was planning to do with themselves. So when that happened to you, what was your first set of motivation? What you said what you was going to do to get yourself out this position and never return there again?
I think, see, I was bad. I was bad. After that, I became cold hearted. I did a lot of bad things growing up and got locked up a lot. Every time you turned around, I was locked up. I was a shooter. I liked guns. And I think my last time incarcerated, I was sentenced to 8 years. And
Mhm,
I got a book called Manifest Your Destiny.
mhm,
And I started
Okay.
reading. And once I started reading and realizing that is more to life. It just started helping me grow. And then I got Floyd. I was bad until I got Floyd. Once I got Floyd, custody of Floyd, it became like, yo, what am I gonna do? Go to jail? What's gonna happen to him? Because my parents didn't want me. I didn't want to throw him away like his mother. Like he ended up the state got him. His mother didn't want kids, so I couldn't
mhm,
leave him the same way I was left. And so that
mhm.
that just made me start loving more. Once I got Floyd, he taught me how to love. To tell you the truth, if it wasn't for him, I'd probably be dead on jail.
And speaking
Salute
and
to your
speaking of that,
brother.
let me ask you this, man. When you coming out of prison, people don't realize this because it's forever punishment. How were you
For
able to
real.
kind of navigate that to where everywhere you go, you're reminded of your worst thing? Because everywhere you go, they treat you like a felon once you have that on your record. How were you able to kind of navigate that? Because you seem like a pretty well spoken guy, but I've seen so many brothers struggle when they come home. How were you able to find your way?
I became my own boss because when you homeless, when I went for welfare, they wouldn't give us welfare. Me and
Hmm.
Floyd, as a man, the system wasn't structured like that, and then I had to pay while I had him custody rights to his mom. So then
Hmm.
child support get on you, want to lock you up. So I just went on this journey. Say, you know what? I'm gonna teach my son how to box. That's what my dad taught me, and we're gonna make him into a product of his company. And that's what we did. And we walked this journey, started throwing the fights ourselves and, grinded every day, independently. And we just became our own boss, and we became our own money. And then suddenly the money came to us, and we could dictate whatever we want because we became our own bosses. So
Yeah,
that
Well,
was the
that's
salute to
dope.
experience.
y'all. Third time the charm. Go ahead, BBO.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
that's super
I
dope.
will go
I'm
back.
gonna bring my guy in free. He's a Puerto Rican. He look like he a brother, but he a Puerto Rican. Go ahead, free.
Hey,
You gotta watch him.
I just got one question for you. Being though your son hasn't been in the pros that long, I think he started in 2020, and he doesn't really have any notable names on his resume. What did you see in him to say, you know what? I think he's ready for this big stage. What did you see in your son in any of his fights? It didn't have to be the last one, but any of his fights to say, you know what? He's ready for the next level.
It's more like his goal is to be the greatest boxer of all time. So experience is the best teacher. Like Floyd, Canelo had to go in there with Floyd to gain that experience for him to get to the next level. The problem is people don't want to gain experience because they holding on to an O, but real boxing, they don't care about an O. Because somebody might get a O against this style, but they go against this style that beat that guy, then they might be able to beat that guy because styles make fights, and that's what make boxing exciting. When Ray Leonard was fighting Duran and this, they bouncing back and forth, all them getting losses, but it's fun. That's what boxing is about. So for us, it ain't about what I seen. It's about the journey where he going. And Shakur is very talented with that defense. So it'd be a good challenge for him. Let's see how
Mhm.
he unravel that challenge. And if he can't, then he will turn around and learn from it. And so, and I don't want him to go through life because nobody promised tomorrow. I don't want him to go through life say, what if I went for that challenge? What if, because nobody promised after the next fight to have another fight.
Right.
So
Right.
why not go for it? What's the worst could happen? You
So
lose?
so speaking of that, man, I want to give you kudos, man, for his style because man, I hate that slick boxing crap. I love how your son come forward, man. That's real fighting to me. The
Yeah.
Mexican style. I like how you did that. So was that on purpose
Mhm.
to have him come forward? Because I really enjoy that. I need these guys to tell you I enjoy that Mexican style. What do you think?
No, actually, Floyd could box is behind off. Floyd get bored in the ring, and so
Okay.
Floyd like feeling punches. He want to feel like it's exciting in there for him, and because you gotta remember he been doing it since he was 2. He grew up in the playpen in the boxing gym. I was a boxing coach, my whole thing. So he always was in the gym. So to him, this is fun getting hit in the face. If you don't get hit in the face, something ain't right. So that's just Floyd. He a little maniac, I guess.
So what do you think about the Sean Porter comparisons? Sean Porter's from my area, Cleveland. What do you think when you hear him say he's very Sean Porter like, which is a 2-time champion? What do you think about
I
that?
think I think they just that's because they see in this era because then they skipping Aaron Pryor, who Sean Porter got that from, and then you also missing out the Frazier, and it's a multiple styles in that because Floyd he didn't go to school, he was homeschool boxing all day since 8 and traveled with the United States since he was 8 boxing, so he got a lot of styles in there that we're gonna watch unfold along his journey.
Yeah,
Okay.
I love that. Go ahead, Prize. I know you got something. Go ahead, Prize.
I just want to say, how is y'all can hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just wanted to say, how is camp going? How's Floyd doing? How's everything going? Going into the biggest fight probably of his career thus far.
Hold on, I'm gonna get him for you so you can ask him yourself.
Please,
Perfect.
yes, indeed.
Got the artwork in the background. The brother's making some money.
Yeah. Yo, you a fool, dog.
yo, you's a maniac. You savage, man.
Hey, I like that aesthetic. Them brothers got a couple dollars, man. Shout out to the Floyd family.
Yeah, that's a nice. That's a nice piece of art too.
Yeah.
You know, me, I be around art 8 hours overnight. So
Yeah, and you know the cool thing, man, is when you meet people who come through something and being able to get to the top.
Man,
That's super dope, man.
What's
What's
up,
going
champ?
what
on, man?
up?
How you feeling, champ?
Man, y'all know this my last. Hold on. Y'all know this my last little bit to get my. Now I'm playing. What's up?
What's going on, champ? How you
You
feeling,
ain't
man?
playing.
No much. Chilling.
So I,
How's
I
camp
want I
going?
want to ask you this real quick, man. So when we talk about your style, man, we love that come forward style. How did you learn that?
It's because I don't be listening to my dad most of the time. I ain't gonna lie. Uh, in the gym, we usually just it's mostly just boxing, because skills pay the bills. Uh, I just find like every time like the crowd get excited,
Hmm.
I just got like that, like I gotta please the crowd mentality. So once them cheers start going, I'm like, you know what? They loving it, so I just keep doing it. And plus, I feel like not a lot of people are bringing that type of style nowadays, and a lot of fighters, they don't train to fight, that type of fight for 12
For
rounds
sure.
straight. So yeah.
So
That's what's
so
up.
speaking of that, man, when your last fight, when you had that adversity, what was it like, man, being on the canvas for the first time? What did you think when that first happened?
I ain't gonna lie, when the ref was giving me an 8 count, I was like, man, it's a good breather right here. It felt like a minute. I ain't gonna lie. Like that fight, everybody got their mixed opinions, but I'll let y'all know, like I wasn't hurt or anything. It was just more so, the my win. But like I said, like when the ref was counting, I wanted to tell the ref thank you. I was like, thank you, bro. Appreciate you.
So speaking of that, when you get into a fight with a guy who's a boxer, who some call it running, jogging, whatever they do. How do you feel about a fight that's going to be tough where you got to go get the man?
That's what I like. It's like cat and mouse. It's gonna be fun trying to chase him down. So,
Not trying.
well, yeah, but chasing him down, like, yeah, it's gonna be real cool. It makes it interesting. Is it like everybody's gonna be on their toes, like can kid catch him? So
Yeah, because one of the things that always happens sometimes when you see a come forward fighter fight a boxer, it's almost that sometimes you get worried they become tailor made for them. And the reason I say that is when you think about if you think about the come forward style, the only time we seen the come forward style win was when Oscar beat Pernell Whitaker. And what I'm saying is, do you think you'll be ready to throw that many punches and something like that? Because that's what you said about working. You think you're winning to be ready to throw 1,000 plus punches?
yes, I'm gonna make sure it is. I know my coaches is gonna make sure we ready. So
Can he take them punches? That's the question.
yeah, I'm gonna be throwing hard for I'm gonna be throwing hard. I ain't gonna lie. I hold Shakur, ready, but that's on him. But I'm gonna
Hey,
let my dad get
I
back.
hope you beat the Puerto Rican man. I hope you beat him. But go ahead, Crush. I know Crush got a couple things for you. Go ahead, Crush and D free.
Go
No,
ahead.
Prize
Go
had a
ahead,
couple
Prize.
questions.
Now, I just wanted to say salute to you. I want to say congratulations to you for getting the fight and taking the fight. At a young age. And I respect you for that. Win, lose, or draw don't matter. I'm still rocking with you. But I just want to know before you get up out of here, how's camp going? How's everything going? You ready to go?
Camp good. I'm ready to go. We got a lot of stuff in place. We got a lot of stuff in place. It's gonna be a good camp. I'm gonna be training hard. Like I said, everybody, my boy, he just turned 2 months, and the next time I see
Congratulations, man.
him, he'll be like 5 months by the next time I see him. So I'm like, time, time is precious, and that's the time I'm missing. So somebody gotta pay. So
Yeah,
I,
Yeah.
I
I
feel you. I
like I
feel you.
like that.
Quick
I
question.
like it.
Go ahead.
I got one question for you. So, we know he's good on his feet. So I won't use running. He's good on his feet. You ain't gotta give us detail. I don't want you to give your detail out. But I'm gonna ask this: what sort of preparation are you taking to cutting off the ring, to cutting off his movement to stabilize?
Let's take
listen.
you after the fight.
Yeah, I was gonna say listen to my coaches because you never know.
All
You
right,
never know
cool.
what Shakur gonna show up that night.
Right.
So you can't plan for the Shakur that wants to stay in the pocket or the Shakur that want to move. It might be, we don't know what Shakur we getting, so we preparing
I
for
think we're
anything.
getting the Shakur that's trying to walk him down.
Yeah, me
I think
too.
Shakur trying to prove a point to Tank.
Me
So he's
too.
gonna bring his ass in there and get knocked out.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll do that because y'all probably knock
Mm.
him out if y'all. He not gonna do that. Only thing I've noticed, and if you've seen the
You said,
Nakafila fight, and I could be wrong, only time Shakur changes what he does is when he feel that power. So my whole thing is, do you guys think you'll be able to get that punch y'all need to make him run from you? Because once he feel that power, he's out of there. You know how that goes.
He got to feel something, but within them 12 rounds, he can't go 12 rounds and not feel nothing. So
So, So
It's
what do you
gonna be
guys think
good.
about a Hall of Famer like
It's
Timothy
going
Bradley
to
giving you
good.
guys so much credit, man, for taking a fight like this?
Hey, I appreciate y'all. I gotta go handle the baby though.
Oh, take care, champ.
All
Take
Appreciate
right,
you.
care.
man. Have a good one, Ken.
Yeah, his wife he had to take a shower. That's good. I mean, everybody should be giving us credit if they want real boxing back. Like, come on, if we're gonna have boxing back, can't be scared to lose a O. And that's the
Yeah.
only way boxing gonna
Hey,
survive.
So what is it like being around, to me? Now everybody know this, the greatest living fighter in the world, Oscar De La Hoya. What is it like being around Oscar, man?
Oscar
That's
cool.
my favorite, man. Oscar's my favorite.
Oscar cool. Oscar Bernard, all of them is cool. You know, all of them got their opinions. Everybody got their opinions. When you're around the greats like that, everybody got something to say or, got some critique. So Floyd is in a good spot. Like everybody say Shakur got a high IQ, but they forget we got Oscar and Bernard with us all pouring into him. So he got a very high IQ coming into these fights.
Does Bernard still do all that jail stuff he used to talk about, or is that done?
Hell yeah.
Like the way he trains, he's still super serious like he used to be.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Girl sergeant. Yeah.
Man, yeah.
When he tell Bill Haney, let's go to the bathroom. Now that's some old school jail talk.
Yeah, he's still off the block. He got money and everything, but he's still off the block.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
Straight North Philly guy. Straight North Philly guy. Yep.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
so
Yes,
my,
sir.
my whole thing was, let me ask you this. So when you and we talked about this on the show, which is so cool to have you on here. What was it like when you initially heard Oscar say, "Hey, you want to fight a prospect"? Did you take offense to that, or you just say, "You know what, that's okay, he misspoke"?
Everybody entitled to their opinion. But at the bottom line, if you're a contractor and you want to fight, you want to fight. It's that simple. If you're because we contractors there.
Hmm.
So if you're 1099, you're the boss. So it don't matter
Yeah,
if this one have this opinion and think we're gonna get laid out. It don't matter. Make the fight.
yeah,
Um, and take your cut out of it, which you're entitled to by the contract. But give me the fight that I'm entitled to. So it's just like I don't know. Some of these guys, I think they forget the roles.
yeah,
Just like the American people forget the roles that they actually are. That the government work for them, not them. It's
yeah.
like they switch
Yeah.
roles a
Yeah.
certain type of way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. I,
Go ahead, Chris. Go ahead, Chris. I know you got something. Go ahead.
now, I feel what you're saying on that. I speak about, what the government's supposed to be doing. So it's good to know that people is aware of that, like yourself.
yeah.
But other than that, let's say this: the fight happens, you guys get past, y'all beat Shakur. What's the next move?
I promise Oscar I'll slow down and let them run it for a bit.
Okay,
Because my
cool,
next
cool,
move would be
cool.
to fight Tank. If you leave it up to me and Floyd wanted to be the greatest. You got to fight the greatest, especially before they retire. If it was
Oh
up to
man.
me, he would fight. He would knock out Shakur and then call out Tank and fight Tank and stop Tank. That's been his goal for the longest. So I would want my son to manifest that because he's been in the gym
Yeah,
with these
that's easy,
people.
man.
It's not like it's far fetched because he's been in the gym with these people getting them ready for their championship fights. That's what a lot of people like when they say Floyd don't not ready for Shakur. How he got Shakur ready for his fights. He got JoJo Diaz ready for his fights. He got Devin Haney ready for his fights. So he got so many champions that was current champions ready for
Mhm.
their fight, their championship fights. It's like people just don't know that. So when they say, "Oh, he's not ready," that's because they don't know. But the champions know he's ready because like I put online a while ago when me and Bill Haney was arguing when he buckled Devin for the Gamboa fight when Floyd hurt Devin or when he hurt Mason, beat up not hurt Mason but was whipping Mason ass in the ring and I told him only do defense, you hitting him too hard. Or when he was beating up JoJo and they told him listen, we'll still pay you to be in camp but you can't hurt the champion. Or when him and his big brother Robert Easton Jr. was training, and Robert said, "You can't hit me that hard no more. I'm going to get my gun." Or when he was training with Floyd Mayweather Sr., Floyd Mayweather Sr. said, "You hit like a big middleweight man. You hit too hard." So the people know Floyd in the boxing community. It's just the casual fan don't know Floyd yet.
Yeah.
Okay,
When you
all right,
when
good,
you
good.
say this, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you, brother Floyd. I almost can't believe to hear somebody in the actual arena talking like what we used to hear in boxing, where Let's get it. It's kind of crazy. That's how I know you with Oscar, man, because that's what Oscar would do. Let's get
Hmm.
it. Let's not. I remember you couldn't even say Oscar's name without him coming to see you.
Right.
I like that. So
Right.
excuse my excitement of it, man, because I don't got nothing but good things to say, man. I'm just excited about that. You guys are, with Oscar, you with Bernard. Bernard's still crazy as they come, which I love because I was watching him on something. He went from talking to the kids to telling one of the guys from the Reds, "Hey, let me see you, man. Let me see you." So have you guys ever been able to have like Bernard actually come to camp and work with Bernard directly?
Yeah, Bernard come to the camps. Bernard coming to this camp. And
Oh,
he be
that's gonna be
helping
great.
out Floyd. Yeah. That's why I say they said Shakur got a high IQ, but he got Oscar pointed to him and Bernard. Like our camp, watch. Y'all see our camp is gonna be good. It's gonna be really good.
And then they be fighting
Win,
for the
lose, and
green
draw is
belt.
good. Yeah, we don't really care about that belt, but it's all good. We gotta get it. We gotta get the belt, but we don't really care about that belt.
I
We
can't.
want a tank belt.
Yeah, you know what? I honestly think that'd be a good fight. I would hope that you guys would get the fight. Because one thing about when it comes to Tank, it's always a whole bunch of energy around it. I don't think he'll be there. I would love to see you guys with Keyshawn Davis. That's my dream fight, is to see Kid Austin versus Keyshawn Davis. That's what I want to see because I'm all about the future, the next two guys, and I think they could fight 3 times. I really
Sean
do. I
ain't
don't
gonna
know if
fight
you.
us.
Yeah, I think Keyshawn. I think he's that guy. I think he needs some more experience, but I think Keyshawn's gonna be tough. How would you see a fight like possibly like that going?
Keyshawn ain't gonna fight us. I sat and ate with Keyshawn and his mama and everything else. I know that boy. He ain't gonna fight us. Keyshawn trying to go to 140. I told everybody these guys that share the gym with Floyd gonna run to 140 and retire. Tank retiring. Devin ran up 2, 3 weight divisions. Um, that's just what people do. So they know that the new guy is coming, and they know Floyd don't even got his grown man strength. Floyd is fighting for a world title as a baby still. He don't even got his grown man body yet. So they already know they getting the hell up out of Dodge before this boy get fully developed. So it is what it is. We just enjoying it.
How far do you think Floyd can go up? I mean, he's at 135 now. You think you see him at 47?
Floyd mother is 260 pounds, about 6'2".
Oh, okay.
My brother and my father is 6'1", big guys. I'm just got my mother height. So Floyd got the ability. Floyd is a big boy, man. If Floyd could go to 147 now. So
Wow.
I mean, if he wanted to, Floyd is a big boy. He not that little. Shakur looking at that little kid that he fought at 18 years old. He not looking at this 22-year-old version. And Floyd was about almost Shakur height then, but now he's bigger.
So with this last fight, when you fought like the short, you fought a shorter guy. But in this fight, I guess I will ask you this: as a trainer, what is it like when you see your fighter not listening on purpose? How does that how does that feel when you had your fighter not listening? Does that frustrate you as a trainer? Because I've seen you give us some good advice. Every people don't give you credit. You really get some solid advice, but it seemed like he wasn't listening. What does that do to you as a trainer? What do you say when that happens?
Now, for that, I gotta understand he's 22 years old. He don't have, science tell you that your frontal cortex isn't developed as a man to 24, and that
Hmm.
part runs logical thinking. So I know I have to be his frontal cortex while he in there. So I gotta yell out, "Yo, you do this, do that, do that," so then it can snap in his brain. Yeah, let me do this, let me do that. So I know it's part of the process till he's 24. Once he hit 24, he in his prime. Then I can fall back, and all of that will come clear. Everything he learned.
So before you get out of here, we like to play this game called Pick 'em. I'm gonna name some fighters. You tell me who wins. We're gonna go with the heavyweight division if you don't mind. So
Go
we
ahead.
say Anthony Joshua versus Joe Frazier. Who wins?
Hell no. Y'all playing.
No, I'm asking
Yeah,
you.
that was crazy.
Now,
Who
come on.
wins?
How y'all even put them two in the same
Nah,
division?
it ain't
they,
y'all.
they in the same time.
One guy doing that, senior. It's one
Oh,
guy
wow.
doing that.
You guys, see, come on, don't do that to me. I'm your brother, man. Don't do that to
Y'all
me.
know Frazier would kill him.
Kill him.
So we
But that
got.
was so
So
Huh?
okay, you say that we got Joe Frazier versus Lennox Lewis. Who you got?
Wait, first when y'all put I think y'all not giving Joe Frazier his credit. None of them that Joe Frazier gave Ali his first loss. One of the greats. So we got to put him up there. And Joe Frazier won a gold medal in the Olympics. A lot of people don't know. He was very skilled. So
Yeah.
I don't think none of those guys will beat him. You have to get somebody that could really take a punch because that left hook was dynamite. So
I think
I
I
don't
think you're
think.
not giving enough credit to Eddie Futch, man. I think you don't give enough credit to Futch. Futch, 3 of at least 5 losses came
Hmm.
from Futch fighters. I think a lot of
Right.
that had to do with Futch. I could be wrong, but for some reason Futch knew how to kick Ali's ass. I don't know what it was, but
He had the recipe.
yeah, he
Yeah,
had
but
the
he still
recipe
needed the
because
fire.
everybody he put on him, they kicked Ali's ass.
Yeah,
So,
but you still need that fighter. But I think Lennox Lewis wouldn't have made it past Frazier because we watched how he did with hooks and got dropped. Um, Frazier. I don't think anybody at this era right now could deal with Frazier.
she messed up the game, coach. That's called rapid pick 'em. That's why you supposed to pick 'em, man. It's
Mhm.
supposed to put you on the hot seat. So I'm gonna give you another chance, man. Cause I see you didn't know
All
the
right,
game. So we say Lennox. So Lennox Lewis versus Mike Tyson.
Lennox Lewis beat him already.
Lennox Lewis versus Frank Bruno.
Who cares? I mean, is that a valid answer? I say Lennox Lewis with that jab.
Yeah. Hey, on that note, one thing I would say is I appreciate you, coach. You're a
All
real
right.
dude because I actually was able to grab your number, man. Because someone disrespected you, you gave your number out Bernard Hopkins style. So, you
Yeah,
ready to fight for real?
yeah, I'm a real person. I'm a real person.
I
You know.
think sometimes people forget that, when you talking to someone, they don't realize that, hey, I got emotions. I'm a man first. So I
Yeah.
appreciate you, man. I hope to have you back in the future, man. Just want to say thank you so much for giving us opportunity. Hey, and I always say, you got to mess with Dominicans. Dominicans mess with the brothers, man, because y'all just us with a little taco sauce.
You better stop saying that. They're gonna get you. Oh man, you got my number. Call me anytime you need me, y'all.
All right, you take care, coach. Take care.
All
Have
right,
a
cool,
blessed
man.
night.
Thank
All
you.
right.
You too.
Hey, I gotta say,
So,
man, shout out to the coach, man. Shout out to the coach, man. Hey,
That
for
nigga say,
everybody.
who cares?
Now
that
that was funny.
Hey,
was funny.
he was getting his D free on what? He's getting his D free on, man.
And you
That
came out of the
sounds like
box with the crazy when it threw him off. You said Frazier and Joshua. What? Where did that come from?
Man, it's called rapid fire, fool. That's what we do is rapid fire. But we all
Fair.
know, if AJ can stay away from that left hand, he gonna beat Joe Frazier, bro.
No, he wouldn't have.
If he can stay away from that left hand, he gonna beat Frazier,
No,
bro.
he wouldn't have. He would have got destroyed.
the left for the right hand.
I was
God
about to say it
damn.
don't even matter. An uppercut would have slept him. A body shot probably could have got him up out of there.
So I'm gonna be honest with y'all. We're gonna have to change the name of this title of this interview because I didn't realize he would have Kid Austin on us too. So salute to them brothers, man, coming through. And you know what? All you meat boys, BBO's coming. We coming for the top. Crush. They said we weren't gonna do it. We coming for it. We got the morning show on lock. We got the prime time on lock. I want you boys to remember what y'all said about BBO. Y'all said BBO wasn't gonna do it. Y'all called me all types of names. Y'all said because I was black, I wasn't gonna have success. But guess what? The blacks is back. We back, baby. Tell them,
What's
Crush,
the
we back,
topic for
man.
the show tomorrow? What's the
Say it
topic
again.
for the show tomorrow?
In
What's the
there.
topic for the show tomorrow?
Oh, I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna think of something, but we getting ready for the Rise podcast. I think the Rise podcast come on today. But let me ask you this, Free. What did you think when you see Pop Floyd Senior say some D free type of stuff? Talking about who cares? That sounds like a free thing to say. What did you think
Yeah,
about that?
I think he's being honest. I mean, nobody care about Frank Bruno.
Right.
Yeah, thank freaking
Only
That's
Bruno.
people,
crazy.
only people that really cared about Frank Bruno is people from the UK. Those are the only people that really cared about Frank Bruno.
Everybody over here in America wanted him to get destroyed like he did.
Yeah.
They knew he was going to get destroyed. It wasn't that they
Right.
wanted; they knew.
I mean, Mike just trashed him, especially when he was on the ropes and he just waited and waited and he went to the body and he came up and he went back. I was like, Man, that was
Hey,
vicious.
Hey,
Mike disrespected that man.
I,
Frank Bruno
go ahead.
was AJ before AJ.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Real
Yeah,
robotic,
good
big
one.
muscular guy, always in shape. You know, has tons of fans. They love him, and he come in there and get whooped. Typical.
You know what I will say though, man?
Shout out UK. I love y'all.
Well, let me say this real quick. I want to give a big shout out to those brothers because there's not many times you meet people who are doing very well who are that humble. You talking about a guy getting ready to fight the biggest fight of his life, and he's still living life doing his thing with the baby. Because I guess it touched my heart to think of somebody coming from a homeless shelter to raising a son to be a world class fighter. I mean, we got to give brothers props for that, man. Shout out to all the fathers, black fathers, Spanish fathers, anybody that's a father, man. Shout out to it because it just proves if you
Yeah,
pour into your children, you will be able to reap benefits for the rest of your life, their lives, and just seeing him do that. I mean, Free's a father, I'm a father, Crush is a father, my man, Prize is a father. I just can't tell you guys how great that is to see. It almost makes you emotional to think to see somebody who goes from homeless to being able to raise their son to what he is today. I mean, that's beautiful, man. We didn't see a young man arrogant, talking crazy. We seen a young man actually down to earth, a guy that we probably would see every day, working, school, I mean that to me, I don't know if you guys caught that. That meant a lot to me to see a young man with his freaking brain on the right way. Because a lot of these young guys his age are very dangerous and very mindless. So shout out to Floyd Senior, man. Shout out to Kid Austin. And like I said, hey, I'm feeling like Chad Johnson in here, man. I almost started crying in here, man, when I seen
Hey,
that, man.
real quick, BBO, real
Go ahead.
quick before we go,
Yeah.
I want to say my prayers and thoughts goes out to the family of Ishmael Vasquez. He lost his battle with cancer.
Oh
My
yeah.
prayers go out to him
yeah,
and his family.
Yeah, he was a three-time champion, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
praying for him, man. He
He
was at
had
the
them good fights with It was
40.
three of them. It was Vasquez and Damn,
Vasquez got it on with
who was it?
uh
Marquez? Not Juan Manuel Marquez, but a different Marquez. I know it was like
his
2 or 3
brother.
fights they had. It was real good.
Mm.
I
Think
tell
it
you
was
this
his
though,
brother.
man. R.I.P. that brother. May God be with him and his family. But I ain't gonna lie, man. I had a Chad Johnson moment. I almost start crying here, man. I don't know what it is. I'm getting older.
That's crazy.
You big baby.
I'm being honest, Chris. I almost started crying like Chad here, man. Because when you think
Oh
about,
man.
man, I just put like this. I remember growing up tough, man, and yo, these streets is cold. They cold, man. They ice cold. And like I said, forgive me for being emotional. It just brought me back to where I was growing up. And I seen so many people pass away, man. Really good people who didn't have no sense of thought on what they were doing, lost their lives, man. Rest in peace to my man Laquan. Rest in peace to my man Curtis. It's a bunch of people that I seen really not make it who were good guys, man. So excuse me, man. Like I said, your boy BBO definitely got emotional in that interview because that touched my heart, man. That touched my heart, man. But take us out of here for you. I know you got something good for us, Crush or Prize. I know y'all got something good for us. We get ready for the Rise podcast, but
I'm gonna leave it to my man Crush.
go ahead, Crush. I know you got something for us.
Hey man, listen, man, real quick. I ain't got nothing to say. Go over to the Rise Podcast and we see y'all for coffee and donuts. In the morning, we out here. Peace. Thanks to everybody that came through. Oh, run the advertisement for the raffle one time,
Oh yeah, we
and we
forgot
out
One
about
here.
time
Thanks
for
to
the
everybody
one
that
time.
came through. Like, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. And we see y'all at the Rise Podcast. Go ahead, DP, yo.
that's funny, man. That boy, Free said I'm a baby. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I almost started crying like Chad on that one.
Man, you
I
say that
really
one
did.
more time and we see you some nackins, man.
Now me crying
You
on the
big
internet.
baby.
Me crying on the internet, dog.
Let
Me
me play
crying
this
on the
out.
internet.
The JBT is giving away a bag for the holidays. That's right, a bag for the holidays. We're holding a 50-50 raffle, and one lucky winner is going to win half of all the money collected. Entries are $5 each or 5 for $20. This raffle runs from now until December the 21st, and the winner will be announced on December 21st, immediately following the Alexander Usyk Tyson Fury heavyweight bout. So, cash app your entries to $JBT Network 1. That's $JBT Network 1. So enter early, enter often, and remember, one lucky winner will be awarded half of all the money collected. Another great contest brought to you by the JBT, Curtis Sewell, Treasurer.
Not know we out of here. Like I said, your boy BVO is emotional, man. So I'm gonna get on out of here, y'all. Peace. We see y'all tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Cleveland, Ohio, I give you BVO.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking, defeat ain't an option. Let them know, shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know, every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know, I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show, this is BVO.